What is up, you guys? Welcome back to another one. If you are new to the channel, I am Goldpony. This is Goldpony Crypto. And so today we're going to be talking about the Crypto.com Jade Green metal Visa card, if I could talk. I've had this card now for approximately 3 or 4 years, so I've had it for a good bit. And this, of course, does apply to the Royal Indigo card as well. They're both on the same tier level, and I'll go more into that as we go along in the video. But I'm going to be going over 10 reasons why you should get the Jade Green Crypto.com card here in 2024. And of course, before we get started, nothing in this video should be considered financial advice. It's simply for educational and entertainment purposes. And if at some point in the video you find yourself saying to yourself, I want to get the Crypto.com card as well to help passively accumulate crypto and crow and Bitcoin and all that stuff. So if you did want to do that, feel free to use my referral code. It's goldpony, all lowercase, all one word. I actually used another YouTuber's referral code back in the day when I got mine, so I got to support their channel. And you also get a free $50 when you sign up. In addition to that, because I am partnered up with Crypto.com, partnered up sponsorship, whatever it's called, I don't even know, you actually get extra perks as well. So you get an additional $10 if you transact $100 on the card within the first 30 days. And then you also get an additional $10 on top of that if you deposit $500 into the Crypto.com app, again, within the first 30 days of signing up. So free money for you. Anyways, let's go ahead and get started with what this card actually is. This is a prepaid metal Visa debit card. So it is accepted anywhere Visa is accepted, which is pretty much everywhere at this point. And the way you go ahead and get access to this or sign up for one is you simply download the Crypto.com app on any smart device. And then if you go to the bottom right-hand corner, it's going to have a little card icon. You tap that, and then you can select the card tier that you are interested in. And in order to get that free up to $70 that I was telling you guys about at the beginning of the video there, you do have to sign up for the Ruby Steel card or higher. But in today's video, we're going to be talking about the Jade Green. I just wanted to give that quick disclaimer though. But anyways, let me start by saying this is a debit card, so it is super easy to get money onto it. It is not a credit card, so there's no kind of application process or anything like that. If you have horrible credit or no credit or whatever the case, it doesn't matter. You can still get this card because all you need to do is simply put money on the card, so you can top it up via ACH transfer. It's the bank-to-bank transfer, of course. So your bank sends money to the card. That's super easy to do. You can also use a traditional debit card. You can use a credit card as well. There are some fees associated with those options. So the cheapest way, the free way, is going to be the ACH transfer. But either way, in order to get this card, you do need to lock up some funds. So you need to lock up $4,000 worth of crow for a period of 6 months. So after that 6 months is over, you do get that $4,000 in crow back. However, it is of course going to fluctuate because it is deposited in the form of crow. So crow may go up, it may go down as well. So for example, quick story, when I signed up for the Ruby Steel back in the day, crow was at 5 cents. When crow hit 90 cents, so it increased in value very substantially, like a 20x, that's when I went ahead and upgraded to the Jade Green. So I think that's what a lot of people did last bull run. But in my opinion, it is a great time to sign up for these cards now because the price of crow is still relatively low at only, what, 9-10 cents right now. So if the price ends up hitting that near dollar figure that it did during the last run, it's a pretty solid 10x right there. So there's nothing wrong with that. And typically reputable altcoins do pass their previous all-time high. And I do think that's going to be the case for crow in this next run as well. So anyways, all of that is just my opinion. Don't take that as financial advice. Always do your own research. But anyways, let's now go ahead and get started on my 10 reasons to sign up for this Jade Green Crypto.com card. Let's go ahead and start with number 10 and then work our way to number 1. So let's get started. So my number 10 reason to pick up this card is the cash back in the form of crow. So obviously there has to be a reason to sign up for this card. I'm gonna give you guys 10 of them, but the first one that everyone looks for is the cash back. How much do you get? With the Jade Green card, you get 2% as a standard cash back, but then there's rewards plus now, which they didn't have in the last bull run, which is amazing because you can actually get an additional up to 3% back in the form of crow. So that gives you a total of 5% possibly to get back on all Visa purchases. So that is quite incredible. Right now I am getting, it ranges from 3.25 to 3.5% back. And essentially the way Rewards Plus works is as long as you are depositing funds into the Crypto.com app, it counts that as then boosting your rewards level in order to get more money back onto the card. So if you buy $500 worth of Bitcoin or $1,000 worth of Bitcoin or whatever the case, or crow or any of the other couple hundred different cryptos on the app. That is going to help boost your rewards level to get you a higher percentage back on all your Visa purchases. So there's other ways to do that too. You can own unloaded lines NFT through Crypto.com NFT, and there's some other ways. But like I said, I'm currently getting back 3.25 to 3.5%, which is well better than the last bull run when I had this card. It's the most I've ever gotten back with the Crypto.com card. So this really is the best time to sign up for that reason alone. But again, it's accepted anywhere Visa is accepted. You can use it for pretty much anything. I pay a lot of my bills with this card as well. I donate to my church using this card as well. So I pay my TV bill, I pay my phone bill, Netflix, obviously, we'll get more into that in a second here. I also pay a lot of healthcare bills because we have high deductibles here in the US. But really, the only thing you can't use it for is paying government entities. So if you have like a public water bill, or if you try to pay your taxes with it, you can pay your accountant with it, but you can't actually pay the government your taxes and expect to get rewards back. I'll put it that way. You can use it anywhere Visa is accepted, so you can pay the government with it. You're just not going to get rewards back if you're paying a government entity. So little pro tip there. But I also use it on groceries. I use it at restaurants. You pretty much use it anywhere. You do have a $50 a month cap for the Jade Green / Royal Indigo card. So just keep that in mind as well. And honestly, that's probably just the right amount for me as much as I use the card. And I do use it a good bit. It is my go-to card, but it usually tops out right around $50 a month for me anyway. So at this point, it doesn't make sense for me to upgrade any further because I don't really spend too much to the point where I would get more than $50 in rewards a month. I'll just put it that way. Number 9 on my list is the fact that it is a metal card. I don't have anything to like bag it against right now, but just take my word for it here. I'll let you guys kind of take a closer up look here. It is held up plenty fine for the few years that I've had it so far. So definitely holds up well because it is a metal card. And the other cool thing about having a metal card is when you go through like a drive-through for fast food, for example, for your kids, a lot of times when you hand them the card, they're going to be like, they have said this multiple times for me, they somehow always kind of say something about the heaviness of it, the fact that it's a metal card, because 99% of the cards out there are plastic cards, I feel like. So people aren't used to seeing or feeling a metal card when it's handed to them. So it kind of makes you feel like a baller a little bit, I gotta be honest. Number 8 on my list, if you listen to Spotify, this is 100% reimbursement for Spotify up to $13.99 per month for the first 6 months that you have the card. So that's pretty cool. Essentially, all you need to do is go into your Spotify app, change your current debit or credit card that you have linked up to it, and put this one in instead. And then when it gets taken out, it's going to automatically reimburse you that full amount in the form of Crow, and that's going to be a decent amount back. And if you think that the value of Crow is going to go up, think of it as you're getting a lot more than that $13.99 back in the end. So that's the way I think of it, at least. Number 7 on my list, like I mentioned, is 100% reimbursement for Netflix. Same deal as the Spotify, just for Netflix. So it's up to $13.99 per month. It's for the first 6 months. After that, you could still leave your Netflix and Spotify account linked up to this card. It's still going to give you Crowback rewards, but it's going to give you that 2 or 3 or 4%, whatever you're getting, rather than the full 100% for the first 6 months. That's the only difference. Number 6 on my list is going to be airport lounge access. So if you find yourself constantly visiting airports, you know that there's a little lounge in most airports, not all of them, but most airports, where it's kind of like a VIP or exclusive area where they have flat screen TVs, free food, comfortable seating, things like that. And this card is going to give you access to that, believe it or not. So that's another little pretty cool perk if you happen to fly a decent amount. Number 5 on my list is going to be free ATM withdrawals up to $800 per month. So that is an upgrade from the Ruby Steel, which gives you free ATM withdrawals up to $400 a month. So they double that with the Jade Green / Royal Indigo. So that's kind of a cool way too to take profits when everything starts going up. Price of Crow and Bitcoin and all the other cryptos within Crypto.com app start going up. You can actually use crypto to top up this card as well. I didn't mention that yet, but it doesn't have to be fiat currency like a bank-to-bank transfer or a debit or credit card. You can use Bitcoin to top up this card as well, or Crow or Ethereum, or a lot of the other cryptos as well. So there is a fee for that, of course, so keep that in mind, but you can take profits through your crypto and top up your card that way. So that's another option for you. So that's pretty cool. Number 4 on my list is going to be the Crow Stake and Rewards. So for that $4,000 that you've locked up for 6 months, you might be wondering, What happens to that? It does sit there for 6 months, but you do earn interest on that. So you actually get 4% interest on that $4,000 worth of Crow. And if you leave it staked after that 6 months, like I've still done for years now, I'm still earning 4% interest on my staked Crow, and that is paid out weekly actually. So I get weekly rewards in the form of Crow just for keeping that $4,000 locked up still. So it's an added way to passively invest, even though you're earning crypto by actually using the card as well on top of that. So I like that. Keep in mind though, if you do unstake or unlock up your card after the 6-month period is up, you will lose most of your rewards that are associated with the card, like the 2% for example. So if you're gonna keep using the card, it's better to just leave it there, leave it locked up, and take advantage of all the passive income. Number 3 on my list, and another one that I take 100% full advantage of, is the Crypto.com earn rates are increased for the Jade Green / Royal Indigo card as well. So I want to do a couple comparisons here between the Jade Green Royal Indigo and the Ruby Steel, which is that next level down, I guess you could say. But first, there's 3 different levels of earn rates that you can kind of go for. There's the flexible rates, there's the 1-month term, and the 3-month term. Obviously, if you lock up your crypto for 3 months, that's going to give you a lot better rates than if you were to lock it up for 1 month or the flexible term. For example, if you sign up for this Jade Green / Royal Indigo card, you're going to get up to 5% on your Bitcoin. It's going to be 4% for the Ruby Steel. For Crow, it's 6%. I am doing that one 100%. 4% on your Ruby Steel. Ethereum, you can get up to 5.5%. Cardano, you can get up to 4.5%. Avalanche 8.5%, Cosmos and Polkadot 12%, and there's plenty more that you can get access to as well, giving you a pretty decent return on your crypto. And again, all of those rates are increased with the Jade Green Royal Indigo. So I'm taking advantage of that with Bitcoin, with Ethereum, with Crow. I've done quite a bit of those. Number 2 on my list, because all of this comes back in Crow, is you got to consider the potential increase in the value of Crow. I think it's going to increase, especially at the time of me making this video at least, because we're only at just under 10 cents for the price of Crow. And keep in mind, the last all-time high was 96 cents. Why did it go to 96 cents? Because crypto and blockchain technology in general is a very kind of new technology that is exciting and is revolutionary, quite honestly. And Crow and Kronos and Crypto.com, it is a very reputable company that has been around for a long time now. They have one of the best marketing teams in existence. Part of the reason why it went up so much in value last run is because they bought the naming rights to the Staples Center, and that became the Crypto.com Arena where the LA Lakers play. So now when you go to see a Lakers game, you see the Crypto.com Arena. It is plastered everywhere. They have the largest partnership ever with the UFC, and I think that was a 10-year contract if I remember correctly, so that's going to be there for quite a while as well. They partnered with LeBron James. They partnered with Joel Embiid. They're patch partners with the Philadelphia 76ers. That's a big deal to me because I'm from PA. They partnered up with Formula One. They've partnered up with Aston Martin. I could probably go on and on here. Of course, there was that famous Matt Damon commercial as well. And then on top of that, you have the Kronos chain, which was kind of new at the end of the last bull run, where you have decentralized finance, NFTs actually on the blockchain, with DEXs, with lending protocols, with GameFi, all types of fun you can have within the Crypto.com DeFi wallet, which is another one. And by the way, that DeFi wallet is definitely one I would recommend. I like that better than MetaMask at this point. It has an in-app browser, which MetaMask doesn't have, and all the security that Crypto.com is known for, essentially. So not only that, you now have CFTC regulated derivatives trading within the Crypto.com app as well. So that's something that was not around last bull run for Crypto.com as well. So I think that's definitely going to help them as well. And I'm going to have a video coming on that in the near future here. So stay tuned. Be sure to hit the subscribe to the bell notification button if you're into Crypto.com, Grow, and Kronos, because that's going to be coming. But what I'm trying to say is Crypto.com definitely knows what they're doing when it comes to marketing and developing a company. They're doing an amazing job. So anyways, let's get to my number 1 reason here. And so my number 1 reason, I wanted to put this as number 1 because this is the most asked question that I typically get in the comments section of these videos, is about the taxes, because everyone's like, I bet you that's a tax nightmare, but it's not. That's the thing. I've been doing these taxes for this card now for years now. And when I say I've been doing them, what I mean by that is I literally put in my Crypto.com account information into Crypto.com/tax, which they now partnered up with Coinly for 2024. So I'll be doing that probably with Coinly later, but it literally takes less than 20 minutes. It gives you all the forms that you need. You then just simply print them out, take them to your accountant, and you're done. So it's such a simple process. All you need to do is follow some basic instructions and you're all set. So no, it is anything but a tax nightmare. My accountant actually loves it because Crypto.com has made it so easy for him to kind of look at and I guess analyze what he needs to do from there. But anyways, that's about it for this one, you guys. Feel free to use my referral code goldpony, all lowercase, all one word. Like I said, I used one for another YouTuber when I first signed up for my card and I got to help them out. I actually get $50 when you guys sign up, just like you get $50. The only difference is you also can get an additional $20 if you do those couple things that I said earlier in the video. So it helps you more than it helps me. I'm just giving you my code because without a code, you don't get anything. So you might as well use a code. That's all I'm saying. Anyways, that's about it for this one, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Feel free to follow me on X if you wanted to see different cryptocurrency updates. Be sure to hit the subscribe and the bell notification button if you're into Crypto.com, Crow, and Kronos, because that's what we do here on this channel after all. Do appreciate you guys watching more than you know. I will see you guys all in the next video. Stay gold.